Hey guys, it's Steve at my house bidding you welcome, and today I have another episode of my favorite games, and it's a double episode for two games that I played recently. One I only got a few days ago and played through. They're both very short, and they're both very fun. They are the two Shadow of the Beast games on the Megadrive. And just before I get into them, let's take a moment to appreciate this artwork. Look at that, it's a very good artwork. Look on the back, see some colorful artwork. Same thing with the second one. This time it's a little more apparent what's going on in the game. You have a guy with an axe trying to murder a giant beast. In the back you see more of the same, and these are really, really cool games. I got this game years ago and just had no idea what to think of it. I had played it for a while, and all I would do in the game is run right and just continuously find monsters, kill them, and never get anywhere. And eventually I get to this one thing and I couldn't pass it and I gave up, but I came back to it recently, like a couple of weeks ago, and I looked through a guide online to find out exactly what I'm supposed to do, and instead of going right, I was supposed to go left and then down. So, this is kind of like an action-adventure game. You have to go through this, not huge open world, but it's an open world. You go through the world and you go to this underground area and you kill enemies, and you have to get certain powers from beating bosses. But you have to know where to find the bosses and how to beat them. It's quite challenging. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, it's very difficult, but if you have a guide or something to kind of just help you along the way, it's pretty good. And I got to the end of this one and decided, I'll look up the story just to see what it is, and the story was really interesting. Apparently you play as a guy named Arbron, and you were kidnapped as a child and corrupted through dark arts to be turned into this monstrous slave kind of thing. You started off as a person, but then through magic you were converted to this monster. And that's what you play as in the game. You play as this crazy lizard birdman thing. It's wild. So you go through the game and you defeat this final boss, and the final boss is a giant foot and hand. It's so big you can't see all of it. And I was thinking, alright, that must be the final boss, whoever turned you into this thing. So I looked up the story, and apparently that's not the case. The creature that turned you into a monster is named Malatoth, and you fight him in the third game, which I unfortunately don't have, because to my knowledge it's not on the Mega Drive. I would love to play it one day. But in the first game, you go through as a monster, and you defeat this giant beast lord, I think its name was, at the end of the game, and really cool because all you can see of this monster is its foot and its hand. You just continuously attack its foot until it dies. And in the second game, you look more human. You're not completely human yet, but you definitely look more human, and this time you have actual weapons and stuff, and you can actually go through the game and fight other humans. It's really good. I haven't finished this one yet. I'm pretty far into it. I'll figure out how to finish it eventually. But yeah, he's definitely got a really big recommendation. Just for the cool story that takes place over the course of the game series. I mean, most games you have a story that's completely condensed into one game. This one, it's the first part is the first game, the second part is the second game, the third part's the third game. It's really cool. The graphics are really good. It's very colorful. There are a lot of enemies in the game, and many of them are varied. I think this one boasts having, over 100 different kind of monsters, and this one boasts, 100 new monsters as well. So I mean, it's definitely varied. It never gets boring because you're fighting different monsters that all have different attack patterns and stuff, and that's really fun to do. And music is good. It's definitely Megadrive music, but you can get like a Mega CD version, and that has much better music and possibly like an animated cutscene at the beginning. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll put in like gameplay and stuff, and you'll get to see what these games are like. They're really cool. They're super cheap. You can get both of these for under $30 shipped, so really cool. And I hope you guys give them a try. And if you've played these games before, definitely let me know what you think of them. Alright, that's all for now. If I ever get around to playing and finishing the third one, I will make a update to this video just saying I've done that and give my opinion on that. But these two are very cool. And this is, that's it. Secret My House, bidding you farewell.